Well, hello, my lovelies, and it's so kind of you to join me for Saturday Night Live, especially as for some of you it's very late, for others of you it's very early, and that's all I've got to say on the matter. Oh well, forgotten things. I was in a rush. I left late tonight. Left late tonight, darlings. Right, here we are together on Saturday. We're going to wave away Saturday. We are going to welcome in Sunday, depending on your religion, possibly the Sabbath, possibly a holy day, possibly a day off work, whatever. It's a Sunday, and I dearly wish that you all enjoy it in one way or another. And yeah, so here we are again for another hour of wonderful community togetherness. I would love to hear your news. I'd love to know how your day has been, how your weekend is going. Have you been to a Halloween party or a bonfire night party or anything of that sort? Yvette of the Damp Baps is off to a fancy dress tonight. Well, I say off, she's probably bloody back now, or still there, drunk as a lord on Lady Petrol, the old Prosecco darlings. And of course, we need to know what you've been eating, don't we? We need to know what you've been eating. We need to know if there are any community snaps. You can send me a voice note to the usual number. You can ask me a hedgehog of truth question, or you can just, well, you can do whatever the hell you want, basically. Free and easy, nice and squeezy. Do what you like. You do what you like, my lovers. I don't mind. It's your time. Now then, time for a little drink and then to pile into the old comments, isn't it? The older, oh yes, can't think of anything that rhymes with comments. Uh, no, I can't. A B C D. No, there is no word in the English language that rhymes with comments. If you can think of one, do let me know. Cheers, darlings. Your very good health. Bottoms up yours, and above all, please get stuffed. I'd love to know where that came from. Here we go. Ugh. Work through it. Work through it, son. They don't like it. Ugh. First cab off the rank tonight was our Simone, the lovely Hooked on Classics. Good evening, Mr. Boaty and all. Closely followed by the utterly delicious Carol C., who says, Ciao, Simone, Boaty, and anyone else who chats or just tunes in. Yeah, let's not forget. Now then, I meant to talk to you about this. My lovely friends were in the restaurant again tonight, and we were chatting about this and that as we always do. And we were talking about some of the more bizarre things that have come around as a result of the community. And so now he has a very early start. His working day starts at 4 a.m. when he walks from a deserted little village in nowhere, in the middle of nowhere in Hertfordshire. He walks 40 minutes. It's almost always raining. He walks 40 minutes to a railway station and then commutes into the big bad city. And he does it with last night's live stream playing. Because of the early start, he can't join us live, but he never misses one. He never misses one. He's an incredible supporter of the channel and the restaurant. The restaurant came first, and then the channel came afterwards. And I thought for people who listen regularly at a time, they're not with us, maybe they don't comment, but if we know about them, we should make an effort to include them. So if it's going to be a working day the next day, then I think that we should all say good morning to Paul. And we hope that he enjoys his walk and his commute and has a good day in the city. And if you can think of any other occasions where we know that people are going to be are going to be watching, maybe, but maybe not live, or maybe they're not able to comment. We should include them as well. So who can I think of? Pingu. It's too late for Pingu these days, but Pingu always watches the next day or catches up whenever he can. So good evening, Pingu. Hope all is well with you. Thank you again for the wheel nuts. They are all fitted and looking magnificent. Who else can I think of? Yvette with the damp baps. Carol Ann, of course. Uh, it's too late for Carol Ann, but she watches the next day. Sometimes comments. So good evening to you, my lovely. Hope you had a good night at your party. And if you know of anybody else who regularly watches later on, so kind of isn't involved in the conversation, do let us know, and we will say a jolly big hello to them, and we will include them in the doings. Uh, Please like and subscribe, goes on Carol C. The F1 qualifying was a damp squib. They will try again tomorrow, but the weather isn't looking good. I don't know what happened with the F1 qualies. I listened to the sprint race live, and I thought that I don't know what McLaren are bloody playing at. I really don't. They dodged a bullet in that sprint. They should have swapped positions in the first couple of laps. It was complete lunacy to leave the team orders until nearly at the end of the race. If that virtual safety car had been an actual safety car, they could have had all sorts of problems. And even as it was, if they'd have done the swap earlier, so that Piastri, who would have been in second place, could make sure that who was it? It was Leclerc, wasn't it? Could have made sure that Leclerc got DRS. Then they could have kept Max back to fourth instead of him being third. Massive tactical blunder, but I don't know what happened with the qualies, other than that I now know that they've been called off and they're going to try again tomorrow. I presume it was rain, was it? Torrential rain, damp squib, probably. Spoiler alert, goes on Carol C. The England rugby team got beaten by New Zealand, which made my Welsh husband very happy. Both teams didn't excel in their skills. Oh, Peter P is with us all the way from Finland and says a goodly hello, Boaty and Bugs. I love the fact that we're spread around the world. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful that we've got people from all corners in this beautifully quirky little close-knit community of ours? And I love the fact that the community is it's growing, which is lovely, but it's also becoming closer, more tightly knit. More people are meeting up. More people are, becoming individual friends and whatnot. Pardon me while I just fiddle with the candula doings. Yeah. I don't want it to drown in its own wax again and go out. And as I was saying to Paul tonight, I'm so excited about upstairs, and I'm really hoping that it might form a kind of community hub, a central focal point where, periodically throughout the years to come, we can do some community stuff. If we've got a restaurant and a big old place with bedrooms and stuff, then there's no limits to the stuff that we can do, is there? I mean, it doesn't have to be all the time, but monthly or 3 or 4 times a year, or even just on an ad hoc basis. As and when a couple of people are free for a weekend, and they think, maybe it's spring or summer, and they think, well, let's have a weekend in the Peak District, and we'll go and stay at the Sherpa's Lodge, and we'll eat at the restaurant. And other people might think, yeah, I'd like to do that as well. And we could get people meeting up and all of that sort of thing. It'd be very nice. Of course, what I'm currently also terribly excited about is my potential trip to Snowdonia. I don't mind admitting, darlings, that my Michelin Road Atlas has temporarily replaced Barry's book as my toilet reading, because every time that I'm squatting on the throne now, I'm poring over the map of Snowdonia and planning routes and things. I'm terribly excited about it, darlings. I really hope that it's going to happen. Anyway, Peter P says a goodly hello, Boaty and Bugs. Amy is with us. Hello to all of the community. Back from the pub early tonight. Tried a 0% Guinness, and I liked the taste, she says. And good information here. Pork scratchings were Amy's snack of choice. Pork scratchings, blimey. David Fisher is with us. Hi all, hope you're all well. And we hope the same for you, David. And we love the fact that you're here. Today's lunch was ham, egg, and chips. You can't, that is a great lunch. Ham, egg, and chips with a bit of mustard. What a fabulous lunch that is. Now, I'm not doing a Sunday lunch tomorrow, darlings. Neither am I doing a live stream because I've got stuff to do, cars to sort, arrangements to make, all of that sort of thing. So my lunch tomorrow is going to be the last two of the sponsorship sausages that I got from the lovely Nick. Looking forward to those. I've already taken them out of the freezer. They are defrosting in the refrigerator, and I'm going to have them with egg and chips. I'm going to have sausage, egg, and chips, maybe some beans as well. You know, a real old transport cafe meal of the old school that I don't have to think about too much. It'll be dead easy. I've got a portion left of my emergency frozen oven chips. I don't normally have them. I buy them now and then for whatever reason. And I've got one portion left. So perfect occasion. So I'll bang them with the sausages in my little trusty tabletop oven and then just fry a couple of eggs and maybe heat up some beans. And I've got a fabulous comfort lunch that I don't have to slave over for an hour or two. And so, so it's not going to be a normal Sunday, but when I've got a Monday coming like I have, then I am happy to sacrifice Sunday. Oh, there's been a change to Monday, by the way. I was being a bit thick about the logistical arrangements for Monday, and Mustard proved himself to be the clever one. He actually drew a piece of paper and put some cars on it and worked out how we could do it better than my idea of doing it over 2 days. And he said, right, so, and Allegro Man had offered to help out. So the thing was, I was going to go to the yard, bring back Allegro Man and Mustard. We were all three of us then going to take the 3 cars back to the yard. And then we would come back in the, hang on, how did it work then? Oh, and then I would bring the Peugeot back. That's right. But then Allegro Man proved himself to be cleverer than either of us because he said, hang on. He didn't say it in that accent. He said it in his own. He said, hang on, why are you doing that? Why doesn't Boaty come in one of the 3 cars? We'll all go back in the Peugeot. Then the Peugeot and Boaty stay there, and you and I will bring the other 2 cars back. Less trips, easier, quicker. And of course, he's perfectly right. So that is now the plan. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to drive Sheeson to the yard. That's going to be a little bit emotional. And I'd like to make a video about that. And that will be my last drive in Sheeson and a final little cutting of the connections with Chinese madam. So yeah, so I'm going to do that. And then we'll all come back in the Peugeot, the 3 of us, and you know I'm going to video that. And as planned, that's going to be fly on the wall, unedited, unredacted. Whatever happens, whatever's said, you'll see it all. And then that's me done. They will take away Boo and Stigbert, 1 each, you know. And I will be here with a whole rest of the afternoon and evenings stretching in front of me, and with a new car to play with and fiddle with the doings and all of that sort of thing. Oh, and there will be a lunch as well. As I told you over the last couple of nights, I've organised a nice lunch for my friends, and I'll film that as well. Of course, I will. So on Monday, this this live stream table will be blessed with mustard and Allegro man. That'll be nice, and they will get to eat the delicacies that I won't be cooking myself. Has my candle gone out? It bloody has, hasn't it? Ah, I've organised Ram to do it. Hold on, I need to attend to this naughty candle. The problem is the wax melts and the wick has become a bit too long and it's kind of folding over on itself and it's drowning in the molten. Oh, and now I've pulled it off altogether. That's not great, is it? Hang on, let's see if we can make that work. Oh well, it's lit for now. Let's see how long that lasts. I did go mad today, darlings, and I bought a replacement candle. £1.50. Thank you very much. But I haven't had time to fit it, so we'll have to make do with the remnants of this one, and then tomorrow I will fit the new one, and we can have a more functional candle for Sunday Night Live at the earlier time, darlings, of 11 o'clock. Don't forget. So we've dealt with David's lunch, which sounds fabulous. Ham, egg, and chips. I love that. I need to eat that more often. And isn't that a great pub lunch? Oh, fuck it. Oh, sorry. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's not good. What about? Hang on. Right. This is a toothpick that I was using to try and. Um, oh, I've got soot all over my thumb now as well. Can I persuade a toothpick to operate as a wick? Probably not, but it's worth a try. Let's try it. Right, let's see if that works. A makeshift wick. No, don't go out. Oh. It needs some wax on it, doesn't it? Try and get some wax on it. Yeah, that's really not going to work, is it? Let's try poking this one there. I'm grasping at straws, or rather grasping at toothpicks. It's not going to work, is it? Hang on. Have I got... Oh, you're just going to have to do without one, darlings. We had one for the first bit. I've given that a good blast. Let's see if that will keep going for a little while. No, it's fallen uninstalled. Well, sod it. If it can't be bothered, then neither can I. Any voice notes? Swipe up for Face ID. Oh, hang on. No, there's nothing there. Right. Lord Steve Colg is with us. Lord Stiff Upper Lip is here. The lovely Ian Hulley. Good evening to one and all. We've had fireworks going off where I live. I wonder if Boaty will be bringing his bangers and blowing off before bedtime. I've seen I've seen loads of fireworks tonight, darlings. Seems to be a popular night for, because of course bonfire night falls on Tuesday, doesn't it? So tonight's been quite a popular night for bonfires and parties and fireworks. If you have pets, then I hope they haven't been too badly affected. Oh, Barry is here, that guy from SETI Alpha 5. He's got an hour spare and he's popped in, which is very kind. Hope you're well, mate. Stratospherean is with us. Good evening, all. Carol says, here we are again, gathering to hear from our good friend Boaty. Today for lunch, here we go, egg, bacon, tomato, and mushrooms. Marvellous. Dinner, she goes on, chicken curry with rice. Amazing. And then she loses me, and a side order of cauliflower. Ugh. And cashew nuts. Got it. It gets worse. It gets worse. Yeah, England versus New Zealand was a bit of a damn squib, says Barry. Dino Dad, Ross is with us. Greetings all. A pleasant Sunday morning this side of the earth. Matron is with us and says, good evening all. Good evening to you. Not as lame as the Brazilian GP quali, says, goes on Barry. Yeah, I obviously didn't miss anything then, did I? Alan Simpson is with us. Good evening, lads and lasses. Then there are lots and lots of hellos. Matron says Emma might not be able to be here tonight, but she thanks all those who have been sending wishes and thinking of her. Anyone who doesn't know, I am her sister. So thank you all from myself as well. And it seems to me Boaty lives his life like a candle in windy bum. Indeed, Ian. Well done. Carol C says the roses are still looking beautiful. Yeah, they're a week old now, aren't they? I bought those last Saturday night, and they haven't exactly bloomed, have they? But yeah, they're still there. They've still got a nice pong to them. Oh, food news. I should give you my food news. Well, lunch was the best lunch that a man or woman can have. Momo with Momo chutney. I didn't film it. I've been busy today. I was going to film it, but I've had another day without doing a video. I'm going to call this one a week off. I've had 2 or 3 days where I haven't done a video. I've done all of the live streams, of course. So this week has just been a bit of a week off. And yeah, just getting ready for November and December. Car shenanigans, winter road trips, the Airbnb, all of that. So there are some, there's a channel members video going up tomorrow. So I'm not being totally lazy. Andrew Buttigieg is with us, greeting everybody by name, the lovely Irish Spotter Butty, of course. Peter P sending lots of love to the lemons. Oh, and tonight's supper, do I need to tell you? Staff curry, obs. And I've told you about my lunch tomorrow. Tonight's tea, says Alan, was a Marks and Spencer special. Teriyaki beef with vegetables and frites, followed by the most amazing donut in the world, a Fisher and Donaldson fudge glazed custard filled one. Yum. My goodness me. Barry says, Karen got me the complete F1 season box set from 1980 to 2010 for my birthday. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know that was a thing. So I've been enjoying them today. I'm at home for the weekend, and I did my next kickbox session as well. 1980 to 2010. God, that's 30 years of F1 and some good stuff in there. So you've got 1980, trying to go through all the world champions. So 1980 was Alan Jones, I want to say. I'm probably wrong. And then I'm never going to remember all of them, am I? But you've got you've got good stuff in there, haven't you? You've got Senna, you've got Berger, you've got Prost. Then rolling forward into Schumacher, then you're going to have all of the Vettel years as well, aren't you? You'll get Alonso's Alonso's world, Hackenen's. You'll get Hamilton. Hamilton in was it 2007 or 2008? Hamilton's first. And 2009 you'll get JB, good old Jensen Button, oh God, I've forgotten the bloody name. Come on, you idiot! It begins with a B. Bought the team. Oh, I'll remember it in a minute. I've just got a mental block on it. Oh God, I could happily spend a month watching that. Steakhold is on fish fingers and chips with tomato sauce and mushy peas. Hugs for Emma from Barry. Oh, and Karen is there with Barry. Good evening, Karen. Hope you are well, my lovely. And what a lovely present you bought your old husband there. Peter P says, might have to start plugging in the car so that it's warm and toasty in the mornings. I'm loving the fact that Peter P is active in the Facebook group. Many of you have become more active in the Facebook group, and I'm so happy about that. I love getting that reciprocal insight into your lives as I bore you with insight into mine. And of course, Peter P is undergoing a Finnish winter. He's had to fit winter tyres to his car, which I don't think I'm giving away any secrets when I tell you that it's a Volvo estate. And he might have to start plugging it in. What do you plug it into? It's not an electric car, is it? Have you got one of those pre-warmer heater things that you can press a button and it warms the car up before you and defrosts it before you get into it? That would be useful because if it's oh, thank you, John. Thank you. Yes. That would be useful because if it's a diesel Volvo estate, then they take ages to warm up, don't they? Hang on, I'm determined to get this. It's his name. It's the guy's name. Oh God! It was the what's it team, and Braun. Oh God! How could I forget? Honestly, good year 2009. Steve couldn't be asked to cook. Completely understandable. No fireworks tonight, says Carol C, saving them up for November the 5th. Matron saying hello to lots of people. Andrea sending massive hugs to Emma and the junior lemons. Excuse me. Oh, and Karen appears. Good evening, all. And then everybody quite rightly says hello to the lovely Karen. When we went shopping tonight, says Bad Books, there was a large group of people dressed as Flintstones characters. Might seem odd, but it was King's Lynn. Oh, well, that explains everything. Alan is sending big, hairy, manly, cuddly Scottish hugs to Emma. Oh, she might enjoy those. She might well enjoy those. Um, oh, Peter P is saying hello to all morning pedestrians. That's aimed at Paul and anybody else who listens in that way and at that time. Pocahontas 100 is with us, saying hello to everybody and sending special thoughts to Emma and family. Sneaky matron trying to perp people in cars. She did. You caught her. We all saw it. Yes. Yeah, she forgot that one of the P's stands for pedestrians. Oh, Mustard's with us. Hello, kitten teasers. Good evening, Mustard, you lovely hairy man, you. Uh, oh yeah, and Alan says there's plenty of him to go around. So if anybody would like one of those hairy, manly Scottish hugs, then you are more than welcome to one. Go on then, I'll have one. I won't say no. Oh, and we've crossed the Rubicon, darlings. It is now Sunday, so prepare yourselves for church, or chapel, or temple, or mosque, or pub, or bingo hall, wherever you choose to hang out on a Sunday. I'm quite for it. Do you know what? I had decided, because I agonize. I think deeply. I do agonize. I agonize over my lunch. Every day I will agonize over lunch, and I had settled I'm just going to have sausage, egg, and chips. But just talking about it tonight, I think there's going to have to be beans. I think I'm going to have to add a cheeky third of a small tin of baked beans and just really go for that absolute transport calf double special. I think I might have to do that. Oh, I'm looking forward to tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday. And I am getting really quite super excited about seeing Snowdonia again. Everybody's saying hello to Mustard, which is lovely. Who else would like a copy of his book? Asks Barry. And he has two to give away. Now, I'm a fair few chapters into his book. It's how can I say this without saying it wrong? It's a proper book. It's a proper, well written, insightful, enjoyable thriller. I haven't read all of it, but so far I can tell you that. So don't think that what I'm trying to say is don't think uh, that you'll get a book that's written by somebody that you know, and therefore you will. It's not going to be like going to one of your children's school nativity plays where you enjoy it because it's your children or your friends' children or whatever. Or if you're a member of Friends, it's not like going to watch Joey in a play where he's going to be shit, but you'll do it to support him. It's a genuinely good book, and I would recommend. I mean, I would recommend that you all go out and buy it. Barry wrote the bloody thing; he deserves a bit of recompense for it. But if he's offering a couple of copies for free, and you enjoy a thriller, and certainly if you enjoy if you oh god, well, what's been in there so far? Well, I mean, it's a great story thus far on its own merits. The additional bits, the characters' interests, which happen, some of them happen to equate with mine, they're like an added bonus. So I will do a proper review of the book when I've actually read it. But yeah, I would genuinely, I would recommend it to you. It's certainly if you enjoy that genre, that type of genre. It's genuinely good. So if there are a couple of free ones flying around, grab them. But if he does send you a free one, then make sure that you leave reviews somewhere or do a video or splash it all over your social media and talk about it so that hopefully your friends will be inclined to actually buy one. Don't just buy it, enjoy it, or don't just get one, enjoy it, and think, oh, well, that was good. I enjoyed that. You know, give the author a little bit of something. And if and when you do enjoy it, remember there's a second one coming out very soon. Carol C is giving special mentions to Emma, Sophie, and Neil. Oh, yeah. Sophie and Neil. Absolutely. Oh, good evening, open brackets, morning, close brackets. Hold on. Oh, right. Somebody is applying to join the Facebook group, but it won't let them. It won't allow me to confirm the answers to the membership questions. Apologies for the random request. Right, hold on. Let me see. If I can find you, my dear sir, I will approve you absolutely immediately and without hesitation. Oh, here you are. Here you are. Yeah, I've got you. Asked to join Boaty's World. That would be an ecumenic. Have you ever met anybody for the first time? That would be an ecumenical matter. Do you know anyone with an allotment? Yes. What sauce do you prefer on your bacon sandwich? Non ketchup on the plate. Approved. Welcome to the Facebook group, Harry. I hope you spend some enjoyable moments there. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. I'm looking forward to supper. Sometimes I think that I think about food too much, and then I realise that no, actually, I don't think about it enough. But yeah, oh yeah, I was talking about Sophie Neal, wasn't I? And Barry says, I'm afraid to say I'm out of the loop. What's happened to Sophie and Neil? Um, nice to know my writing makes you need a shit. It's not that. Um, Right, Sophie and Neil, you'll have noticed they're not with us so much or indeed at all, but they are in contact. Neil started a new job, and Sophie, bless her, Sophie has got a new job as well after trying so hard, and that's wonderful. And Sophie, I think it's about a week into Sophie's job now. And I think that they've got a much more structured life now. They're both working, effectively, not exactly, but effectively 9 to 5 jobs, and they're settling in properly to their life together and working things out. And I think that because they're both going to be having early starts in the morning and their life is more structured now, I think that the live streams just don't really fit in, which is completely understandable. But don't think there's been any sort of a fallout because there most definitely hasn't. They're in touch with those of us that they're normally in touch with, and hopefully everything is going wonderfully well. I know that Soph sent me a message on her first day when she was going to work. She's had video calls with Emma and Matron, I think, amongst others. So I think they're just cracking on with life. Now, before Sophie wasn't working, Neil was working irregular and often antisocial hours with the AA, and now they're just in a much more settled and healthier and safer regime. And like for many people, I don't think you can fit that in with these live streams because they are just too late, really. Um, And yeah, I'd love to be able to do them earlier, but obviously I've got to work them around my own work. But yeah, we can totally understand that. And sometimes when things happen in life, social media and virtual stuff, sometimes quite rightly, and again, this can be healthy, all of the social media, virtual online stuff can take a second place. So if you're starting a new life together in a new place, uh, or there's a major difference, then yeah, you're going to concentrate on that, and you're not going to be going online because you've got nothing better to do. So as far as I'm aware, um, everything's grand with Neil and Soph. And as I say, there's not been a falling out or anything like that, and they're still mm, very much part of the most innermost inner scrotum. They're just doing the life stuff. I'll give Neil a ring, maybe Monday night when I'm going to have more time than I thought. I'll catch up with some people that I really ought to catch up with. Mm, I'm enjoying that one. It's different for it's different for people like me. It's the same with Emma, but for different reasons, less positive reasons. Obviously, everything's kicking off in Emma's life, so her online presence has diminished for this period of time, and that's always going to happen with people. They'll then, as depending on what's going on in life, people will dip in and dip out. Barry, another example. A change in work, a promotion, and the presence just isn't the same, and it'll wax and wane. But that's normal. That's completely healthy. It's only idiots like me that I don't know, are committed to YouTube for whatever reasons, trying to show off or trying to make a few bob or trying to pay to put the heating on over winter. And even me, this week I've had stuff going on, and there've been those days where there haven't been a video, where there hasn't been a video. So it's normal. It's normal. It's the only stuff to worry about is when you get a major falling out like we've had with a couple of people and they disappear never to be seen again, uh, or when somebody disappears like our lovely Jimmy Quinn and we don't know what the reason is behind it. But nothing like that with Neil and Soph. uh, Road atlases are ideal bog fodder, says Alan. I'm doing the same for my Welsh escape later this month. Very excited for a good road trip. Oh, they're brilliant, aren't they? Oh, speaking of thrones, Boaty, says Andrew, could you do a recreation of the photo of you on the training potty in the thumbnail on one of the spare bogs at PNHQ? Oh, dear, oh, dear. Going back to Alan's comment, planning road trips is amazing. I'm almost glued to that road atlas. And then the prospect of a lovely cheap travelodge, trying to blag a breakfast, and of course, you know, a vodka and tonic rather than a glass of wine. An emergency supper somewhere on the Welsh coast on the outskirts of Snowdonia. A nice, luxurious, powerful car in the car park. Oh, it doesn't get better than that, does it? Oh, God. So excited. So excited. Taking your spare coffee machine so you can get a decent cup of coffee in the morning. I'm loving it. I, I think this winter might be a Snowdonia winter because it's been so long since I've spent time in Snowdonia, and also, go through Snowdonia and you've got that stretch of coastline that I've never visited. I'm not familiar with. Barmouth and Portsmouth is looking favourite to stay next Monday. I can see myself doing it throughout the winter, once a month, something like that, whenever I can afford it. Snowdonia road trip, do it in different cars. I mean, how about as a winter bit of fun, taking Minge Bag through Snowdonia? That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah. I'm not dreading the winter anymore. It's going to be a great winter. I'm looking forward to it. Where did we get to? A Hedgehog of Truth question from Alan. And the question is, are you sad or relieved to have Boo, Sheeson and Stiggy moving on? Easy answer to that, both. I'm sad, but I'm also relieved. It's the right thing to do for them. That's the important thing. So yeah, it's going to be sad, but yeah, so both. I am sad, but I'm more relieved than sad. It's absolutely the right thing to do. They will have a better life in the short, medium, and long term because Mustard will find good owners for them. However long it takes, Mustard doesn't give up on cars. So however long it takes, they will end up with good new homes. I'm not completely losing touch with them. I'll see them on a Monday until they move on somewhere else, and hopefully. Oh, and of course, I'm going to get cars that I'm excited about out of it as well. Um, I'll be saving money on some quite expensive road taxes and insurance on a monthly basis, and hopefully, dear old Captain Mustard can earn some decent money out of them at some point. That all of that was my aim. So yeah, sad and definitely relieved, and mostly relieved. Sheeson will be the hardest. That's why Sheeson is the one I'm gonna drive. But again, Sheeson needs more than I can give them. I can do so much, but I've only got so much time, and I'm very very aware that with the Airbnb, I'm going to have even less time. So I'm just trying to streamline things so that I've got what I can cope with and no more. So this is just, it's an entirely, as far as I'm concerned, it's an entirely positive thing for me. And I've tried my best to make it a very positive thing for Mustard as well. And of course, for the cars. Good question. Thank you, Alan. Remember Alan, says Peter P. And Alan is going to Llandudno with his dad. Remember to have breakfast at Carver and not the other place. They're wrong uns. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I totally agree. Uh, I need satnav, says Steekolg. Peter P says the way Allegro Man suggested is how I imagined it to be done. Yeah, we're just thick. Good show, Peter P says Alan. We're in the Llandudno Travelodge, so we'll be looking for a brekkie place. Excited about the OK Diner on the way too. I'm looking forward to Monday, says Mustard. I'm really looking forward to Monday. Boaty buggered up the candle. Yeah, the candle. Yeah, just had it. Uh, Tonight's live stream title has to involve poking a makeshift wick. Well, you've all become lazy. You've stopped coming up with live stream titles. You're making me do it all the time, and you're better at it than I am. So remember, it is your bounden duty to name these damn things. Don't leave it to me. I'll come up with something rubbish. He needs to read a bedtime story to the candle. It'll light up then. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Chaz Brown is with us, as is almost then. Hello, Boaty and the Boat Maniacs. Oh, this sounds good. Peter P. Crockpot Day today. I've been talking about it for weeks and I still haven't got my slow cooker out. I must do that this winter. Crockpot Day today. Carrots, cabbage, potatoes, onions, pork, beef, etc. Very tasty. Uh, I went to Home Bargains Megastore, says Shaz Brown, with a cafe. A pot of tea was only a quid. Can't beat those prices. I didn't know there was a Home Bargains Megastore. Um, I don't know who you heathens are that didn't like the hotel video with Matron and Mustard, but shame on you. It was an all-time great. Oh, well, that's very kind. There were a lot of people who didn't like that video. There were a lot of people. Um, it's my approval percentage has been decimated. Loads of people hated that video, but I don't care. I enjoyed it. Oh, John Stoodley says, good evening, Boaty and chat. Momo with a goodly dollop of HP, says Peter P. Nice dish or wrongun? Wrongun, total wrongun. You that right, I'm going to go out on a limb here. As far as I'm concerned, anybody who had Momo with a goodly dollop of HP sauce needs locking up for life. The most fun you can have with your clothes on, Boaty, Trace and Mustard. It was good fun. I loved that. It was a long time coming, but I absolutely loved it. Barry says, if you do go to Wales Boats, could I ask you to get me a fridge magnet and one of those Wales guidebooks, please? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally. I'll go to a gift shoppy type thing somewhere on the Welsh coast, and I'll yeah, well, I'll try and now then, right, I'll try and do it on the Monday and get some. How can I do this? Right, I'll go on the Monday and I'll take some pictures of some things and ping them to you and tell me which ones you want, and I'll go back on the Tuesday and buy them and then send them on to you. 80, Barry says 80 was Jones. Oh, I got that one right. 81 PK, 82 Rosberg, then Senna, Prost, PK, Mansell, of course, Mansell. Then Shuey versus Hill, Hakkinen, and Alonso. Mustard, I have eating a super oily curry made with local pork. I have eating. Well, I think Mustard is eating a very oily curry, a pork curry. I would like to. I've never eaten anything that Mustard has made. One of these weeks, I need to eat something Mustard made. We've been talking for years about doing a cook-off or a joint cook or something. We'll have to make it happen one of these days. For my evening snack, says Ian, it was a Cornish pasty, potatoes, gravy, and a Yorkshire pudding cooked in beef dripping. Oh God, that sounds fabulous. Thank you. Thank you, Barry. Ross Brawn, of course it was. Oh dear. Thank you, Almost Henry, the people who didn't like the hotel video says mustard. Oh dear. Oh, the sports car world champs as well. Blimey. F1 now, says Andrew, is, to say in the words of Jimmy, shit. Oh, Peter P says an interior heater with a timer setting in the footwell. It plugs in at the front. We'll post pics in the coming days. Oh yeah, a thing to warm the car up. Barry says F1 is a total shit show now. Too many stupid rules, not enough good racing. You can still get good racing. At the last Grand Prix, Hamilton and whatever his name is, Russell. That was amazing racing. That was fair, proper, old school racing. A lot of the problem at the moment is Verstappen. He he's made a conscious decision to drive in a certain way that means that the stewards will have to decide the results rather than the checkered flag. And he needs to be treated a bit more harshly, in my opinion. Ian's going to stick to his 1978 scale electric set with two racing minis, one red, one yellow, with checker plate roofs. Oh, God, I'd love a scale electric. Oh, dear. John sending his love to Emma. It's Tiswas time again, Kitty Winkles. It's gone Tiswas time. In fact, it's saying goodbye time, darlings. The hour is almost up. And it's time for us all to head up the wooden stairs to Bedfordshire if you're in my time zone, or do something else if you're in another time zone. Alan says, my Sunday hangout will be the Browden Farm Carvery in Perth for Dad's early birthday lunch. Oh, I hope you have a fabulous time. The Braun 2009 era, says Ross, was the last I watched of F1. Dropping down to the buzzy engines was annoying. Yeah, I'm agreeing with a lot of these. Oh, and loads of love going out to Sophie and Neil. Yep, says Ross, this channel isn't for anyone with any sort of structure in their life. Matron says, yes, I've spoken to both Neil and Sophie recently and hope to visit them as soon as possible. Neil and Sophie are good people and my friends, and I think the world of them both, says John. Alan says, glad to hear things are working out for Sophie and Neil. They're a cracking pair. They're just lovely. Absolutely lovely. Neil and Sophie are proper good uns, says Andrew. Callan sends hugs to Neil and Sophie. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Matron, make sure you tell them that they got all of this love. John says, I've messaged Jimmy Quinn and had no reply as he seems to have left Facebook and Messenger. We've all tried that, John, and yeah, he's just disappeared off the face of the earth, and Matron is saying the same. Simone is saying good night. It's time for us all to say good night, darlings. It's past. No, John, it's nothing to do with you. It's a general thing. We're all wondering. Yeah, Ian needs to catch up with his sleep. We all do. And he wishes everybody a peaceful night. Don't let the bugs bite. Oh, pound that box, Boaty. And everyone else, pound the like button. I forgot about the box. Yeah, let's get that done. I have and pound. I'm looking forward to emptying this in January. There should be a right few quid in there. There it is. Done. And it's a little bit heavier. Thank you for that reminder. Ross says, I did take a small break from Boaty's World Lives, but after a while I did miss everyone. It's a great place. Bless you, Ross. And Andrew says, and we missed you, Ross. We did. We all did. Genuinely, it was, what? Karen says, I lost my cherry in a treehouse to a trainee cop. He was a gentleman. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Oh, and everybody's just saying good night now. So there we are. There we are. There we are. Oh. Oh, there's some funny comments. I've enjoyed tonight. It's been absolutely lovely. Thank you for joining me, everybody, and thank you for joining each other, and thank you for another lovely community live. Tomorrow night is a little bit earlier, thank goodness, 11 o'clock tomorrow night. And yeah, and it won't be a late one tomorrow because Monday's going to be a big day. I can't wait. Oh, and Stephen S. Paul has come just in time to say good night to everybody. Thank you all, as always, for making this just a lovely time. And it's late. Let's all get off. I've got curry to eat. So I'll think of a title for this. Nobody's given me one. We're going to have to work on these titles. I might have to make you individually responsible on certain nights. So, good night, Stigma. I'll miss you, mate. Why don't you buy him, John? Buy him off Mustard. There we are. Okay. Let me wish you all a safe and peaceful night. I hope that you stay warm and as happy as possible. And let me wish you all a fabulous day ahead. And I hope you can find some joy to take from it. Above all, take care of yourselves, take care of those who love and who love you. And if you can, join me tomorrow night. And join us all tomorrow night, 11 o'clock, Sunday Night Live. Until then, oh, and there'll be a new candle. Until then, but chew and indeed, bosh.